What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video you join me in the Nissan GT-R, the straight pipe 600 wheel horsepower monster of a sports car. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the new tires that I put on, just kind of a review to see how they're performing, do a little bit of acceleration, some fun backcountry road cruising, and maybe even some launch control to see what the 0 to 60 time is. But these are Falcon tires, or Falcon, however you'd like to pronounce it. I replaced the Michelin Pilot Super Sports with these. They're like half the price for the OEM sizing, so since they were so much cheaper I went with a wider set. We got 315s in the rear and 275s up front. The stock configuration is 285 in the rear with 255s up front. So we're much wider all around. They're about 0.6 to 0.7 inches taller in overall diameter, which means the ground clearance is raised by like 0.3 of an inch. I can't really tell if I notice a difference being the car is now higher up than it used to be. Technically speaking, for performance, yes, the body roll is going to be more. I can't say that I really notice anything. So we're going to put everything into race mode and just play a little bit on these back roads. Keep the valves open, of course. But as far as traction goes, I have driven these maybe like 40 miles already, doing a little bit of aggressive driving, and they are not squealing or anything. I did a pretty good first gear acceleration off camera, and not even a hint of tire spin or anything like that. But yeah, as far as performance goes, being that these are a cheaper set than the Michelins, honestly, I'm not finding anything to complain about. Traction seems to be there. Comfort and all the normal stuff seems to be there as well. So second gear. Not even any bit of wheel spin in second gear like that. But I have done some normal driving, just daily driving stuff with them. Tire road noise, I want to say they're actually quieter. It seems, I don't know, just a little bit quieter and more normal when I'm cruising. There's no noise like when I'm heavy braking. You don't hear the tires like rubbing into the ground or anything. I know some cheaper like off-brand tires, you'll hear them when you're hitting the brakes, but I don't notice anything like that. A lot of people ask about rubbing since they are much wider than stock. There's nothing even close to rubbing. You can fit like 335s back there, even on the stock rims. And being the stock rims with this oversized set, everything still fits good. The rims are not too skinny. It's not like the tires are bulging or anything. So for overall fitment and all the normal stuff you're going to be looking for, I have no issues with that. Alright, so getting out on the road, we will do just a first gear, full throttle acceleration. Everything is in race mode from about 18 miles an hour. I kind of redlined first gear a little bit and it cut power, but there was no spinning or anything in first gear. That is pretty impressive in all honesty. Wow. Launch control, we're going to keep it into automatic so that doesn't happen. But, I mean, that got up to speed really quickly. I don't know if it's that I'm used to driving on tires that had like 17,000 miles on them, but the other tires would hands down spin like that. They would nowhere near grip. Now another thing with that, being that these are a taller diameter tire, technically it's going to take more effort to turn these tires, especially getting off the line. So maybe that more work it has to do, it's not going to spin because it doesn't have enough power to spin maybe. But we are stage 3 full bolt on, so it's got a lot of power. But that is definitely pretty impressive. And then just taking some turns now. I mean, the car is as planted as you would need it to be. Yeah, I'm having no issues with the tires. I think they're doing exactly what I'm going to need them to do. And just to touch base on the cost, the Michelin Pilot Super Sports or the 4S's are about $1,500 for a replacement set. These Falcon, a lot of people commented about the pronunciation. I don't really care how it's pronounced, but the Falcon tires, they're like $700 or $800 for the original spec, and then I spent about $950 on these oversized set, and there were a bunch of other ones in between. But yeah, just doing a nice acceleration. They are definitely gripping, and then back on some speed, a higher speed turn now. Very high speed turn. I mean, as planted as you would expect. Alright, on to the 0 to 60 launch. Everything is in race mode, except for suspension. We will keep that in comfort just to have a little bit more squat. Using the Cobb access port, we will hit the 0 to 60 timer. Let that get ready to go. quick to say the least. Let's see what the results are looking like. So 0 to 60 came in at 3.4 seconds, 60 foot, 1.2 seconds. That's pretty good. So yeah, I don't think on road tires on the road, I don't think we can really get that 2.5 seconds 0 to 60 time or anything like that. But I mean, what was it, 3.2 or 3.4? That's pretty darn quick. But yeah, traction wise, it spun a little bit first as you saw, but not too bad. Oh man, this car really, really rips it. So then back on some good country roads. So another quick turn again. Yeah, it's really planted. And I just realized I actually had air conditioning on. I'm going to turn that off and do another take just to see if we can get that a little bit quicker. That definitely took away some power. Alright, take number 2, and air conditioning is now off. Automatic, everything is ready to go. And with the cob ready to go, everything is recording. Alright, take 2. Alright, that was definitely quicker. It barely spun off the line. Alright, so that actually shaved over 1/10 of a second off the timer. 3.3 seconds. So not too bad not being on a track setting like that. That's actually pretty decently impressive, I think. 3.3 seconds. That is pretty darn quick. But yeah, air conditioning does take 1/10 of a second off. Nonetheless, it'll be really exciting to bring this car out on the drag strip and the track just to test everything out. But now we're putting air conditioning back on because it is hot out. I guess we'll actually go over the temperatures out too. It is 85 degrees out, and on the cob we have 97 degree air intake temperatures. So not too bad out there, but that's definitely pretty cool just to see some of the performance of the car. So then back on some tight turns now, we'll get a little bit of better feel of it going on some smaller turns at slower and quicker speeds. Hooked around that corner really nicely. We'll put suspension back in race mode. We got a nice tight turn coming up. Man, that exhaust sounds so good. Well, definitely can confirm there's no issue with loss of traction or anything. The car really, really grips well. The wider tires are definitely doing their job. Alright, so to now start wrapping up the video, we'll do another acceleration in first gear. No wheel spin at all. That is really awesome. That was AC off, so we know we had a little bit more power. To some speeds. Yeah, traction is definitely there with these tires. That is a really good sign. Alright, back onto some good roads. Oh yeah. And then back to some tighter turns to get a feel for the handling. There's no understeer or oversteer at all. Just going into a quick turn now. Yeah, I think that's everything I needed to go over as far as a review of the tires. Grip-wise, which is really what I was going for, they grip. They barely spin a little bit under launch control, which is pretty impressive not being on a track surface. So they definitely do a pretty good job there. Overall handling, there's no understeer or oversteer at all. It is very planted, just the steering is a little bit different. It's not bad or anything, just a little bit, maybe just slightly more vague, but in all honesty, the GT-R isn't exactly a car that is very nimble in the first place. It does have some body roll, there's a lot of weight transfer to the car, so when you are doing the tighter turns, the car kind of struggles just staying composed, given the weight of it and the power and the grip that it has. So steering might be impaired just slightly, but other than that, I think traction has increased dramatically to where this is definitely gonna be a lot more planted when I'm out on the road, doing some drag racing, doing the track, and hitting the mountain roads and stuff like that. So I definitely am liking the improvement with the wider tires. That's about it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the launch control runs, testing out 0 to 60, a little bit of backcountry roads, and then just a review of the new tires on the car. But anyways, that is it for the video. Give the video a huge thumbs up, smash the subscribe button. We'll see you all next video.